8:21 on Morning Live on this Wedding Wednesday. And in honor of Wedding Bell Magazine's 30th anniversary, Jen O'Brien is here to take a look back at some of the worst trends at all time. Thanks so much for joining us. So this is kind of a what not to do.
Exactly. We've got some real doozies that we're going to talk about today.
Let's get right into it. You're Not Invited cards. I've never even heard of these.
This is a thing. It cropped up about a couple of years ago, and people started sending these out just to sort of cut down on the guest counts. So it's just so inappropriate, and like, what could be more offensive than, you know, wanting to go to this wedding and then getting a card saying, "Don't bother showing up."
Like, what was the original intent? Did somebody have good intentions in this to begin with, and then it just went horribly wrong? Or?
I think it was just sort of a heads up, like, don't expect this in the mail. You know, don't stand around waiting for this. You're not coming. Sorry. But yeah, I don't really know. It's so inappropriate.
It's ouch. Okay. Wedding Crocs. Another one. I know sometimes wedding shoes can be painful, but please.
I know. There are so many other better, comfortable options out there.
Oh, but look, they're all sparkly.
They're bedazzled, but that doesn't make them wedding appropriate. Yeah, you know, these are available online at quite a few different places, and I just can't believe that people actually sell these. There are so many better things you can wear, flats, sandals. Even if you're getting married in a nursing home, I still don't think that these are appropriate.
Ouch. Okay, the Garter Toss, which is something we were talking beforehand. I haven't seen a Garter Toss in a long time at a wedding.
Yeah. So, I mean, other than the obvious wardrobe malfunctions that could happen because of the Garter Toss, also the background of it is very strange. Back in the dark ages, when women were leaving their wedding to go consummate the marriage, guests of the wedding would run after the bride and try to tear a piece of the fabric of her dress off for good luck. So eventually this evolved to the bride just running away and tossing her stockings and her garter at the horde who was chasing her. And then that evolved into the garter toss. So even the background is strange. You know, if you want to wear a garter, maybe just keep it as a keepsake. You don't need to toss it into the crowd.
Because it's always kind of sometimes that awkward, very awkward moment at the reception where everybody just kind of looks away.
And the groom's underneath the dress. It's just not nice.
Okay, so that's a good one that's going by. Bridesmaid Bum Photos.
Yes.
I have seen these.
Yes. So it's amazing that this actually became something that was prevalent. Someone did it, put it on social media, and then everyone decided to copy her. How do you convince 6 other girls to do this? I'm not sure. Who's the photographer who said, yeah, that's a good idea?
I'm guessing maybe some alcohol was involved here.
I hope so. And you know, it's okay to have quirky wedding photos, but just, you know, not nudity, please.
Right. And no plastic surgery, please.
Yes, I think that we should just stay away from that before the wedding day, especially extreme plastic surgery.
So this is called Bridalplasty.
Yes. So about 5 years ago, there was a show that came about because people were getting plastic surgery before their wedding day. It's okay to want to look your best, but let's keep plastic surgery out of the mix. You know, your groom loves you and he wants to see you at the altar, not some other person.
Changed version of you, yes. Okay, this next one I'm guilty of for my first wedding. Hideous bridesmaids dresses. And I apologize to all my bridesmaids. I thought they were really cute. Now I'm looking, I'm like, oh, why did I do that to them?
Yeah, the pink taffeta, you know, the ruffles. There have been a lot of offensive things happening in bridesmaid fashion. We're hoping these days that we're getting away from the matchy-matchy dresses and the taffeta and getting more into sort of mix and match dresses and things that will complement each girl's body. But yeah. Oh,
yes, because they're expensive and they're expensive mistakes. Extreme photoshopping is another one. We've seen some fun photoshopping, but these ones, and you say it started a lot of in Eastern Europe, where shrinking the bride. We've got a picture of it here.
I think they're supposed to be funny, but they're just terrifying.
Look, she's like a wedding fairy who flew into his arms.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different versions of this where the bride is sort of shrunken down and in the palm of the groom's hands with the amazing angel wings. But you know, like, these are funny and they've been all over the internet, but really, like, is this what you want to remember from your big day?
It's hilarious.
What is this?
He looks like a giant. Okay, guilty of this next one too, 80s headpieces, because I did get married in the 80s.
I wish we had the photo.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't bring it in. Okay, you know what? My photo is very similar to that bride's headpiece.
The headband
with the
pearls. Veil. Oh, it's just so much. I mean, there were so many atrocities that happened in the 80s in terms of bridal fashion. I mean, these photos are great, but
Guilty.
I don't think that's coming back anytime soon.
Also guilty of silk flowers for my first wedding.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you know, you're not fooling anyone with silk flowers. Like the fake flowers, they're just not
A lot of
thing.
people were doing it, just saying, in the 80s, yes.
They're very convenient, you know, you don't have to worry about them wilting, obviously, but
Keep forever.
they're just not the same as the real thing. And if you're going to go away from fresh flowers, you know, go with whimsical paper flowers or something like that.
And the final one, trash the dress, which we're seeing a lot of now.
Yeah. So, you know, trash the dress has been around for about 15 years, but there's just no reason that you should be putting, you know, a $2,000 to $5,000 couture gown in the ocean or covering it in paint.
Or in a chlorine swimming pool, or
yeah, there's just so many better things you can do with your wedding dress. Donate it, sell it, you know. You just don't need to do this to it.
Okay. Okay, thank you for showing us. And there's so much more in the magazine as well. It's in this edition of Wedding Bells magazine. Jen, thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, we'll be back with more Morning Live right after this.